What is up? It is your boy Ocean Glapion, and we are here at the Ocean Live Show podcast going on. Thank you guys all for tuning in. I'm gonna let you guys know about this show. This show is very much about telling the truth about different things that is going on in the world, where it may be sports, politics, things that's happening on the internet. I'm just going to talk about it and give my view on it. And I'm just going to tell the truth about it. A lot of times people do not like to hear the truth. The reason why I started this podcast is because I started talking about Bronny James online. And I've gotten so many views and so many people being upset about my personal view of Bronny James. Let me just give you a background on basketball. I played basketball in high school. I didn't go past high school. I wasn't good enough for good enough for college, but I love playing and I played with my boys that were good. I have a lot of NBA friends that played in the NBA, hung out with a lot of them, Kwame Brown, Ronny James, Devin Green, just a lot of different basketball players, just all coming in the realm of comedy. So I've been doing stand-up comedy since 2003. I'll tell you a little story. I was doing stand-up comedy in 2003. I used to host this show called Chocolate Sundays. I was the first impression host. And what would happen is it would be so packed, I would come outside and just kind of check the line and see the people. And came outside and happened to see Kwame Brown, Ronny James, and a lot of other Lakers standing outside. I'm like, yo, what are you guys doing outside? And they were like, man, they ain't letting us in. So I'm like, man, you can't have the Lakers standing outside. So I let them in and we became friends for life. So just a little bit again about my background in sports. I played sports not on like on a college level or anything, but I'm a fan of the NBA and I'm very much a fan of the Lakers. I've loved the Lakers since Magic Johnson. My favorite Laker of all time is Byron Scott. Number 4. Actually, that's one of my lucky numbers is number 4 and number 10. So Byron Scott, I love the Lakers. So when I talk about different things that have to do with the Lakers or anything like that, is because I'm a fan of the Lakers. A lot of the comments that I get, they say in the comments, you don't know what you're talking about because you don't play sports. You don't know what you're talking about because you've never played competitively. You don't know what you're talking about because you've never been in the NBA. And that is the stupidest argument you can ever have. Just because I didn't play in the NBA doesn't mean I don't know sports or basketball. Just because I didn't play in the NFL doesn't mean that I can't see when someone misses a tackle. Just because I didn't play in the NBA doesn't mean I can't tell when someone can't shoot a jump shot at that level. Now, they might be great, better than me in my level that I played in, but I'm just talking about the level of sports that I see. And that brings me to Bronny James. I don't think Bronny James should have gotten... Okay, let me go back. I think he should have gotten drafted where he got drafted at. I don't like the fact that he was drafted but where he was, and he gave the league stipulations. I'm only going to work out for the Lakers. I'm only going to work out for Phoenix. I'm not going, if anybody drafts me, I'm going to play overseas. This is a guy who was at SC averaged about 4 to 5 points a game. And I know a lot of people talk about his heart and it came in through his heart, but all of that being said, there is no player that averaged that low points that could have told NBA teams, don't draft me. They would have just been like, you know what? I'm not going to draft you at all. So I didn't want him to come to the Lakers because I think that it was going to be a circus. And all they were going to talk about is LeBron James and his son and playing with his son. And I did not want that to happen. The Lakers, since I've been watching the Lakers, since Magic Johnson has been on the team, it was all about in the 80s, 90s, 2000, 2010, and beyond to recently, it was all about winning championships. I want to win a championship. But then it got to be now it's about legacy. And I think when it stopped being about winning championships is when we gave Kobe Bryant that huge deal and everybody was upset about it. They were like, yo, why are you giving Kobe Bryant this huge, huge deal? And it's not going to make the team any better. And Kobe was like, I trust the front office. And of course, they gave him that deal, and we never won a championship again until LeBron James came in 2020, and some people call it the bubble championship. So I think that it stopped being about winning championships when we gave Kobe Bryant that legacy contract. It was always about winning championships. Magic Johnson, James Worthy, Byron Scott, AC Green, come in with Nick Van Exel, Shaquille O'Neal, Glenn Robinson, Fox. It was just about winning championships. Kobe Bryant. It's about Gary Payton. We tried to win championships. Now it just seems like the Buss family is about legacy. Oh, we just want a legacy. Oh, we'll sell tickets. Who can sell the most jerseys? And that's not why I watch basketball and why I'm a Lakers fan. I am a Lakers fan because all we've ever wanted to do is win championships. And now that's not what we're on anymore. And that's what I believe that we're not on. Go back to 2020. I feel like we should have kept the same team after we won the championship in the bubble. We should have kept the same team. But they went ahead and made all these different changes, right? And at the time, it felt like it was good changes. But then, as we can see, time shows that it wasn't good changes. We became very small, and we haven't gotten back to the championship since. So we draft, come to this year, the 55th pick, we draft Bronny James. What do? I'm okay with drafting him, even though I don't want him on the Lakers. I'm okay with them drafting him because it's LeBron James. He's going to play with his son, and all of that is fine. People talk about nepotism. Let's get him in here. What have you done? Because this is all the comments that I have that are on my social media. It's like, what are you doing for your kid? It's a black man. He's getting his kid into the NBA and all of those different things. And I want to address all those things. That's why this is the Truth podcast, because I'm going to tell the truth on things. Nepotism and how nepotism works is you're supposed to get your kid in, and that's fine. But you don't give your kid. That's like if you own a company, right? You get your kid in, but you start him in the mailroom. You don't make him the CEO straight out of high school. You know what I'm saying? You put him in the mailroom with the goal of one day he's going to take over the company. You know, and then you look and see how he's doing. He moves from the mailroom up into the office. You know, you give him a part of a division, you let him run that, right? Then once you do that, you keep moving him up with the goal that he's going to take over the company at some point. You don't give him the company the first day with nothing to prove. And that's what they did with Bronny James. They gave him a 4-year contract, right? They should have put him on a 2-way contract. For all you guys that don't know the NBA, what happens is you only get a certain amount of people that you can have on your team. So when you put the person on a guaranteed contract, that means that they can't sign any other players. That's why no free agents came here, because they couldn't sign any other player. We had a player that's a guaranteed, bona fide, great player in Taurean Prince. I'm not going to call him a great player, but he's a good enough player. He's better than Bronny James. He shot a great percentage for us last year in 3-pointers. He was a great team player. He wanted to come back to LA. He loved being in LA, but we couldn't sign him. And so he signed with Milwaukee because of what? We signed Bronny James to a 4-year deal, which we should not have done. He hasn't earned it. He went to SC. So let's go. He was the 3rd best player on his high school team, right? He made the McDonald's All-American. Cool. He goes to SC. He has the heart problem. Come back. He plays. He averages 4 to 5 points a game. Shoots 22% from the field or something like that. Just crazy, not good numbers. Okay, cool. You want to draft him? Draft him. Everybody's saying he's a project. Okay, he's a project. I get it. He's a project. So what you do with projects is you put him in the G League. You sign him to a 2-way deal. That way we have flexibility to sign other players. You don't give him a 4-year contract. Everybody's in my comments. It's the money. It's not even that much money. It's not that much money. I don't care about the money. It's the deal that you're giving him. So he's guaranteed to be on the Lakers for 4 years. You're not going to trade him, because if LeBron James got him to the NBA, like everybody is saying, LeBron James got him to the Lakers, you're not going to trade him, because LeBron James is not going to let you trade him. So what does that mean, right? He's going to be on the Lakers for 4 years. Now, what if he isn't that good? And instead of just put him in the G League, a development, have him earn his right to be on the team, the Lakers, all about legacy and be beholden to Clutch Sports, they gave him a 4-year deal. People are talking about if you had your son, when you want your son to have, I have a son. I have a 13-year-old son, 14-year-old son. You know what I would do with my 14-year-old son? It's what I do with him now. I make him work hard for it. Work hard for it. Yeah, I'll get you in there. I'll get you in there, but I'm not going to give you the keys. I'm going to make you work for it. Bronny James has never had to work for anything in his life, right? Let's just be 100. He's had the best trainers. He's had the best situations, the best schools. He's had the best shooting coaches. He's had the best of everything. Yeah, you have to work. You have to go and train. And I'm not saying he doesn't love the game, but he's had the best of everything. And when you have the best of everything, I don't care what you say. Your ambition isn't going to be there like somebody say in the hood that got to get their family up out of the hood. They got to get their mama up out of the hood that's working 3 to 4 jobs. So, he's going and he's living a very comfortable life. Not saying that he doesn't put the time and effort into it. I'm just saying that he's had the best of everything, right? And he still is not that good. Let's keep it 100. He's 6'1", if that, right? He doesn't have, what skill set does he have? Doesn't have handles, that great of a handles. He doesn't have that great of a shot. Not saying that he won't make shots. I mean, he's trained. right? So he's trained. You can see that he's put in some work. So he's trained at what he's doing. He's at the best trainers. So yeah, if I had the best trainers and I was in shape and all of that, I can hit some open jump shots, right? But when you look at him in the summer league, because now the summer league is over, you look at his games, the first 3 games, he was awful. One game he shot 0 for like 15 or something like that. I can't remember what the game was, but he shot crazy where it wasn't good at all. I think it was, I want to say 0 for 15 or something like that. He shot a very, very bad percentage on 3-pointers. And I'm just like looking at him, and everything is talking about Bronny James, Bronny James, Bronny James. When we had a draft pick that was really good, don't connect, that we should have been talking about. But because we're talking about Bronny James, we're talking about him and his son, his dad, and everything, we're not talking about the player that we should be talking about was Don't Connect. I think everybody's like, okay, you're being a hater because his dad got him into the league and all of that. Okay, that's cool. But where's the outcry for Shaquille O'Neal's son? Where's that outcry? Where's that outcry for Janelle Nelson's son? Where's that outcry? Where's that outcry for Scottie Pippen's son? Where's that outcry? Scottie Pippen's son, you know what they did? He came to the Lakers, they gave him a 2-way contract, right? He had to earn it. Once he earned it, the Lakers didn't want him. They were like, oh no, we want him, so he gave him, so he now in Memphis. Him being good in Memphis, they gave him a deal. That's what I'm saying for Bronny James. I don't think he's good enough to get a 4-year deal and you guys just have him in there and go nepotism. No, he needs to earn it. If he can't play, he shouldn't be in the NBA. And when you look at him in Summer League, he didn't look good. He's already low managing. They let him play. He missed 2 games, right? He's already low managing. And this is all from a dude that averaged 4 points a game in college, right? Then he did a good game. He had one good game where he averaged, where he scored 12 points. Everybody's like, oh, see. And I'm like, no, I'm seeing it, and I'm looking, and it looks like to me that nobody's guarding him, right? Nobody's guarding him because they don't believe in his shot. And then he hit his open shots. He's in a game. Like, he in shape. He has all the trainers. I mean, he can hit open shots. Like, but that doesn't make you an NBA player. The next game, he scored, I think the first game was 8. No, I want to say 12. And then he scored like 16. And everybody's like, see, I told you. And I'm like, are you watching the game though? If you watch the game, you can see that he doesn't look like he belongs in the NBA. If we think about all the NBA players that have kids, are we just going to put every single one of them in the NBA because they got kids and nepotism? No, they got to earn it, man. And I just don't think Bronny James right now is an NBA player. He shoots terrible. He shot terrible from the field. And I don't think he's an NBA player. And I don't think the Lakers should have picked him and make it a circus and then give him a 4-year contract where he hasn't earned. All you hear the Lakers ever talk about, they never talk about his skills. They never talk about one thing he can do. You know, all they talk about is he has good character, he's a good kid, and he works hard. Great. That don't mean you give him $8 million just because he's a good kid and he works hard. because I'm a good person. Where's my $8 million? I can go do the same thing. I can go sit up in the NBA and make an open shot. You know, it doesn't make you an NBA player because you have good work ethics and you're a good kid. They're talking about they're going to develop him. I thought that's what you do in college. You develop in college. I think he should have stayed a few more years in college. And the reason why I'm saying this, because the number one thing that they talk about, I don't like the fact that, well, let me get this out the way. I'm a LeBron James fan, right? So I like LeBron. I think he's a great player. I think he's top 5 of all time in the NBA. Arguably the greatest player ever. We know he's the greatest scorer ever. Pretty soon, he's going to be the greatest assist player ever. I think he could play till he's about 45, right? Something that's never been done before, if he wants to. What I'm saying is we should not allow players to come in just because my daddy said it, and then it's my daddy, so now you get into the league. I just don't think it works like that. And he's just not that good of a player. Just think about all the players that have came in. Shaquille O'Neal's son, Sharif, he's 7 feet. He wasn't that good at LSU. He wasn't that good at UCLA. What did they do? They came, they drafted him, they got him on 2-way contract. He's not even in the league anymore. You know what I mean? We're just giving this kid, giving him where he doesn't have to work hard. And I just don't believe that. All right, that's enough on Bronny James right now. I'm gonna switch over to the USA basketball team. And them barely beating teams. Barely. All right. Everybody keeps saying the world has caught up to us. The world has caught up to us. We're in a thing where everybody basically compares. I compare this team to the dream team, because the dream team was a standard. Everybody says, you know, they weren't that good when the dream team was playing, and that's fair. And the world is caught up to us. But the fact of the matter is, this new Team USA is not that good. And I don't think they're going to win a gold medal. I think that when you watch the games and you watch them play, you're like, yo, it's a lot of one-on-one playing. They're trying to, they're using the Golden State offense. Stephen Curry is out there dribbling like he's on the Harlem Globetrotters. Like, just play back. All these other teams are fundamentally sound, right? They're fundamentally sound, and they're going to just fundamentally. I'll give you an analogy. When I was growing up playing basketball, I don't play basketball anymore. But when I was growing up, we would have all the kids that was from the neighborhood that could handle the ball and shoot the rock, and it just be a gang of dribbling and whole nine, and they were so good. And we would go out to these cities where it was a bunch of white players, and they were just fundamentals. Fundamentals, no extra dribbling. All of them dribbled like John Stockton. Just run one dribble. And they would beat the shit out of us. They would kick our ass. You know why? Because they were fundamental. And that's what I think the Team USA is missing. Fundamentals. Everybody. You can't have LeBron James, who was 187 years old in dog years in the NBA, saving you. They almost lost to South Sudan. I didn't even know South Sudan had a team. Their spreads are like 30 to 40. They're not covering the spread at all. But on the opposite side, when you look at the women's team, they're sound, fundamental. I think this team is missing a dog. They're missing somebody. Like, remember when the Dream Team 3, I think it is, or 2, they lost, so they got the bronze medal. And then the next time, it was Kobe Bryant. And Kobe came in and said, I'm going to do whatever it takes. I'm going to play defense. I'm going to be the person that's going to lead the defense. I'm not even going to worry about my offense. I'm going to be a dog on defense. I'm going to be this and that. And he set the tone. And everybody else followed. He was like, I will not lose a gold medal. I will not lose in the Olympic. We will get a gold medal. And that's what I think this team is missing. Granted, Kevin Durant is not in. He's going to be in coming soon. But I just think that this team is just an all right team. And I would not be surprised if they got a silver or gold medal. I think they're going to lose 1 or 2 games. And if they do, it'll be the end of the world for us because everybody is caught up. And they continue to keep saying that USA has the best basketball players. But that shows it's not the case anymore because we're barely beating these teams. I think it was a poor decision to put the point guard from the Celtics, White, on the team and not Jaylen Brown. And that had to do with some words he said about Nike and stuff like that. And I just think that we're not going to win the gold medal this time. And it's a sad time for USA basketball and everything like that. All right. Well, this is my first episode of Truth, Ocean Live. I'm excited, man. I'm excited. I'm going to be giving you guys, you know what's funny? It's harder to talk for 30 minutes to an hour, right? It's so hard to talk just to straight camera 30 minutes to an hour. But I got the engineer, Mark, that's in here where I can kind of look at and talk to and look in the camera. But it's hard. It's a hard thing to talk 30 minutes. And I had these points that I wanted to look at, but here's the thing. My thing is wearing glasses. And these glasses, Mark, what'd you say these glasses was and why I can't see the computer? Polarized. They're polarized. And I can't see the computer because I had a lot of stuff that I wanted to say. 2-year contract. He has to work for it. He doesn't want to shoot. Do you know how expensive the Lakers tickets are? Yeah. With the logic, everybody should be in the NBA. Michael Jordan, a lot of guys are saying that this is a scrimmage. This is a USA basketball. I had a lot that I wanted to say, but I couldn't read it. And this lets you know I did this off the top of my head. So this shows you how I feel passionate about this Bronny James. Everybody's like, oh, you're a hater. You're hating on a black man. You're hating on a 19-year-old. I'm not hating on him. I don't mind nepotism. Get him into the NBA. That's fine. You just don't give them everything at the beginning. You make them earn it, right? Because if he doesn't do well, what's the incentive really to do well? He already has a 4-year deal, correct? What's the incentive for him to be better and get better? He's had his whole life. His dad is famous, rich. He's rich. You know what I mean? Like he's done everything. He's gotten everything. So really, what's the incentive to get better? That's what I was going to say. Also, I was going to say too that they try to give the narrative that LeBron James and isn't just giving this to him. And Bronny James wants to make a name for himself, right? He wants to make a name for himself. He wants to earn it himself. But you're not really earning it yourself when your dad plays for the Lakers, right? Your dad gets you a contract for 4 years, right? A guaranteed contract. So how are you really earning it? I don't want you to pee on me and tell me it's raining. You know what I'm saying? Just go, look, we're going to get him in here. I want to play with my son. This is what it is. And you guys are going to take it. You're going to take me playing with my son, whether he's good or not. It'll be done because that's the first ever happened in the history of the NBA. And I'm all about setting up things happening in the NBA that's never been done before. I'm never going to beat Michael Jordan and get 6 straight championships. I just want, so now I'm going for different things where it's never been done before. Never been a guy this old playing this well. It's never been a guy playing with his son on the same team. It's never been done. But don't try to tell me that he wants to make a name for himself and he's earning it by himself when you give him a guaranteed contract. It's not earning. Thank you guys all for watching Ocean Live. Again, this podcast is going to be funny. It's going to be truth. It's going to be different topics that I'm going to talk about, whether it's politics or whether it's whatever is happening in the world, I'm going to come on here and talk about, right? Please follow me on all my social media. On Instagram, it's Ocean Live. Facebook, Ocean Glapion. On TikTok is Ocean Live TikTok. And on YouTube, Ocean Live. So mainly it's Ocean Live. You can catch this podcast on YouTube. My channel, please like, subscribe. Tell me what you didn't like and what you did like. I always like the feedback in the comments. You can get in the comments. Tell me if I know what I'm talking about, if I don't know what I'm talking about. But I know what I'm talking about because I'm a smart individual. And that has been our show. Thank y'all. Peace.